Good morning. Hi. So my name is Jonathan. I'm the VFX supervisor for season 4. I'm going to quickly go through 3 different sort of effects that are recurrent throughout the season, and hopefully get a few seconds of Q&A for you guys. So my role basically on the show is to help the director achieve his vision, his or her vision, throughout the use of visual effects, as well as try and help the VFX studio, which in this case is Oblique Effects, have all the elements they need to make the effect as nice and as interesting as possible. So the first effect I'm gonna show you is, as Eric described, the wolf, this transformation goes through stages, and for us, we need to be able to morph from one stage to the other using visual effects. So this is a final shot, blending the use of prosthetics and VFX. The beginning of the shot is fully prosthetics, and we need to add certain elements to help him transform from stage 1 to 2 and 2 and 3 and so on. So the first layer of what we need is, this is the actual footage. So this is full prosthetics. On top of that, what we need to do is, we need to, hold on one second. First thing we need to do is track the movement for us to be able to add certain elements as hair, or in this case, we need to reproject the footage back on top of our 3D geometry to be able to stretch it out afterwards to create that morph. One of the CG elements, here we have an example of the hair as its own separate layer. Like this, it looks kind of funky, but once it's all integrated, it looks pretty amazing. Then we have the hair, which is combed back onto the face. Once that is achieved, then we go and stretch out all of that together to get the transformation. And the only element missing now is the teeth, which in this case were shot with the actor, but now we sort of do it without teeth, so we don't have to paint out the teeth and add in other teeth on top. So this is the CG teeth layer. To go back to giving us the final shot, which looked like this. So many hours on Eric's side, and then once we get all the footage, it's many more hours to get that effect done. So that was one effect that is pretty recurrent. After that, we have the biggest challenge for the VFX company is when we get to see a full CG wolf, and that went through a lot of different stages. First off being, of course, we need to be able to decide prior to building all that in CG. There's a lot of different sketches and R&D that goes into it. So that is sort of a sketch. Once the sketch is done and approved, we had an artist build a mold of the actual werewolf so that we can see it in real space and sort of play around with it and make sure that it's exactly the sort of volume and the way the muscles are built, that it will be an interesting way to have him move. Once that is approved, we had it scanned